Okay, so first things first, I'm going to go ahead and just carve out my brows, and I'm going to also use this to prime my eyelids to be a base for my shadows today. And I'm using the Wet n Wild Ultimate Brow Highlighter. So I just go right under my brows first. Drag that product along. Then drag it down. If you want to see how I get my perfect brows, I will link the video down below in the description box. Check it out. I do already have concealer on my lids as well, so I guess I really don't need to prime with the pencil. It might make it a little bit too creamy, but I will put a tiny amount. So do you guys love highlighter pencils, or do you like doing concealer more? I think I may like concealer. So now that we have the brow nice and highlighted, I am also going to use the same pencil to prime my lids today for our shadow, to make them nice and vibrant and to stay all day. But I'm going to go ahead and take the MAC 224, and I'm going to take W.O.S, which is this nice, and I'm just going to put that all over my lid so we have a nice smooth base that we can blend the other shadows on. It's not going to be too bumpy or any spaces missing. It's going to glide on really easy, since we're blending it on another shadow and not a cream base. Now I'm going to go ahead and take Naked 2, right here, and I'm going to put that in my crease. If you kind of tilt your head back a bit, you can really see where your natural crease is. Kind of has that shadow there, where you can push with your fingers and you'll really see. So you can see it's a really, really light brown. It's a really light taupe shade. And I really blend it out with this one, this 224. It makes it really easy to blend out transition shades in the crease because it's so big that you really get all that surface, and then it's also blending it out for you. What I'm going to do is I'm going to switch in between every time I add a new shadow. I'm going to go in with W.O.S to pack that on the lid, because this is our lid shade, so we don't want to lose it. I'm doing it lightly with this brush, but I am going to go in with the flat shader brush to really pack the color on the lid too. Go on your inner corners to brighten that up. And if you want to, you can go back in to your transition shade, Naked 2, and blend that crease out one more time. I focus the product right on the tip. That's why I really like that this one's tapered. So you can put it on the tip, and then when you go to blend it out, all the hairs around it really blend that out for you. Thanks, Matilda. I always kind of just blend the excess to my lower lash line. That way our look is really balanced. I'm going to start darkening up the crease now and start defining that cut crease. To do so, I'm going to take Faint, which is the brown shade, with the MAC 221. So it's a smaller tapered blending brush so we can really get that sharp cut crease. And I already see your cut crease forming. Same on the other eye. You kind of just let the brush sit there and move it right in that socket. You really won't have to do much. The brush does it all for you. Kind of like that. I'm going to do one more layer of it. Now you can blend that out with the 224 if you want to, but I feel like it doesn't really do the faint shade justice. So I'm going to take the MAC 217 and blend that out. Brow highlighter and the number 15 brush from Anastasia again. And I'm going to start to cut out a cut crease. This is such an easy, cheat way to get a cut crease if you're not really good at it. This is how you can get good practice and kind of cheat the system a little bit because you clean up any mess that you made. So simple cut crease. Instead of cleaning up in the crease now, we're cleaning it up on the lid to make the crease look cleaner. Taking a flat brush, I'm going to pick up some color, the W.O.S shade. I forgot a letter. It's the W.O.S shade. And you can put it on your inner corner. Now that we have a better idea of where it's supposed to be and that it's cleaned up, you can just place the shadow and then pick up your 217 and blend that up. This is where you really perfect it and get it how dark you want, how dramatic you want, so you kind of flip in between until you're happy with the look that you have. Before I do the black and the liner, I'm going to go back in with our biggest tapered blending brush, the MAC 224. Take more of Naked too. I'm going to blend it out even further for a flawless effect. The liner brush by MAC 209 brush. I'm going to pick up the Crave shade from the palette and start to draw out and map out a liner. This is really easy if you're not good with the gel or liquid liner. You can do a black shadow first to map it out because it's really easy to kind of erase. And that's what I like to do, especially with this look. It also smokes the gel liner a bit. If your eyes are two different shapes or you have an astigmatism, then you know the struggle of getting your liners even. It's not easy. That's why this trick with the shadow first is the easiest for me, because I always get them differently since my eyes are different shapes. So when you mark it out with the shadow, then you can really tell if they're going to be the same. It's easier to kind of just wipe it away even though it is dark. If you're scared it's too dark, use a lighter shade. It'll work just as good. You're just mapping it out. Constantly take a step back from the mirror and ensure that they are even. That's the easiest way to match up your liners, is to go by small strokes and to constantly look up to make sure that they're not higher or lower than the other. I'm going to go ahead and curl my lashes right now and put some mascara on, and then we're going to do the liner and the lashes. So between two lashes, the 105s and the 110s. I think I'm going to do 110 because they look a little bit more natural. Not as dramatic or as long. But I'm sure both will look just as good. But I'm going to use the 110s today. One thing. First, I'm going to take my Maybelline Blackest Black Gel Liner and my MAC 209 liner brush again to go over this black shadow that we placed and mapped out our wing with. That way we can ensure that it stays in place all day, it gets nice and dark. And then I'm also going to help disguise the falsies as well to make them look like they're mine and that I'm not wearing any. And this is how one lash would look with the Ardell 110s. I really like how natural they are. They're very disguisable. I'm going to take the WetN'Wild Ultimate Brow Highlight and go into my waterline with that to kind of open up my eyes a little bit more and give a doll-like effect. I'm going to take my Clarins 3-dot liner and create some dots right under there to make it look like I'm wearing falsies, to make it look a little bit thicker. I actually learned this trick from Shayla. Like that. You won't even notice them. I'm going to take the Jeffree Star Liquid Velour Lipstick in Androgyny. I really like that his applicator is angled so you can really line your lips. You don't really need a lip liner. This formula really does stay all day long. Usually I take Vaseline to remove my makeup and it comes right off. Waterproof mascara, liner, all that good stuff. This, this stays in place all day, which is it's good. I'm not complaining. Here's the finished look. Thank you all for watching and for all the support. Please give it a thumbs up if you enjoyed it so I can reach the other people in the world. Thank you so much again for watching. Comment, email me any request, and until next time, bye. Take care.